People are story processing machines. We're not computers, we process stories. What we do is we notice things in the outside world. We notice the way things look, we notice the way people talk about things, we notice the facts about something, we mix them all together, and we tell ourselves a story. And the mistake that so many people make, whether they're entrepreneurs or nonprofits or big companies, is we think that facts are the answer, right? But facts are ridiculous. No one cares about facts. But what we see everywhere we look are people responding to stories, not to a series of facts. How do I take something ordinary and change the way people interact with it so that they talk about it? And if people talk about you, you win.
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
She's got it. She's got it. Got what?
It.
Who's got it?
What our editorial team does is create desire, whether it's fashion or whether it's entertainment or whether it's art and culture. Every single one of them is passionate.
I mean, it's a way of branding yourself to belong to a certain group, even if you fancy yourself a hipster, cutting-edge person.
It's the alchemy of ambition and charisma and passion and intelligence.
What an architect and what a designer does is they must be an active speculator in the cultural landscape around them. In a sense, architects surf the cultural landscape to reinvent the conventions and the norm of their own time.
I mean, that is the genius of the design. That is the genius of pushing something far beyond where other people leave it. And I absolutely hate the word buzz. To me, it equates to bullshit. It equates to a short-lived process. You know, whenever Danny Meyer learns of someone who has a bad experience in his restaurants,
If you're not afraid to take chances, then you'll be forgiven for doing something wild if it doesn't work, because the edgers and trendsetters will be expecting you to take those chances.
Society's pretty good at sniffing out real from imposter and pretty good at sniffing out leaders from followers and confidence and conviction from imitation. You know, the beauty of having the brand Goldman Sachs is I know that most kids there want to come work at Goldman Sachs. They don't really know why. They just know that that brand is meaningful to them and they've heard about it and they know about it and it's a leader and they want to be associated with that. In reality, I think the difference between us and all the other firms isn't as great as the public perceives them to be. But we benefit from having that very strong brand, and perception sort of becomes reality. I think a brand gets momentum in similar ways to the ways that we defined it. You know, people having confidence, conviction, honesty, integrity.
And it's confidence without, you know, braggadocio or arrogance.
And the people who are that dynamic actually have ideas and have courage and have a point of view and they are who they are because they're different.
They just believed very strongly in what they were doing and their ability to do it.
Take the extra step and to make people happy. That's what we're about. That's who we are. I mean, I know how I ended up in this business, so I like to make people happy.
I was raised on a small farm near a small town in West Kentucky with no running water and no electricity. First experience with art was going to a little traveling circus that came to our community. It was the sort of framing, defining moment for me and the beautiful kinds of experiences that happen when you're confronted with the creative. This is an amazingly transformative place, not unlike that circus tent in my childhood. Yes, it's defined by art that can be confrontive, humorous, sweet, or simply beautiful. And it's a hotel where people can get lost in the most luxurious sheets and pretend whatever they want.